All right, here we are. Another rest and reset meditation, and much needed for me. This session, we're going to talk about intolerance, understanding, and forgiveness. The fourth Gene Key and I-Ching passage. That's going to be after the meditation, after the Soma Breath meditation. So we're going to do some breath work first and calm our nervous systems. I'm really looking forward to it. If you've never done this practice before, please push pause and check into the contraindications that will be posted in the description. Make sure that you're clear of all those things. If you're not, feel free to continue into the measured breathing, just no retentions for you, no breath retentions. All right, welcome. My name's Carly. If we haven't met previously, Exalted Grace Energy Medicine. I'm a practitioner here in Pensacola, Florida. I do many things, and we'll just get started. And today I'm also going to get started by one of my favorite practices that I kind of like dropped off doing before meditations, but I'm bringing it back because I had to do it last week with a client, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty useful. It feels good. So we're going to start off our meditation with a quantum body clearing practice. It basically uses different hand positions and switching right, left brain, crossing the center line, aligning the body's energy and starting to sink into our body and breath. And after we complete that, we'll slide right into breath meditation time. You can do this practice sitting up straight in a chair, seated, or laying down, whatever feels more comfortable for you and your body. Headphones, always. All right, let's get started. Are you ready? Are you excited? I'm so looking forward to this. So let me switch up the music here. And yes, I am my own DJ. Auto mix. Start. All right. Ooh. If you haven't already, let's loosen up our necks. Do some neck circles. Try to detach our shoulders from our earlobes. Do some nice drops. Up, down, drop, up, in. Let's go. So you can close down your eyes for this practice. If you do need any visual prompting, please open and check out what I'm doing with my hands for placement. If not, you can sink into your body, your mind, your breath by closing your eyes and getting in a little deeper. So first, we're going to notice our breath by bringing one hand to the heart space, one hand to the belly. And we're going to breathe in, bringing that bottom hand out first. And top hand out second. And then on the exhale, top hand comes down first, bottom hand pulls in second. So breathing in from the bottom to the top and exhaling from the top down. couple of those. We're just reminding our body of some good breathing etiquette. Don't focus too much on the technicalities of this, or else your monkey mind is going to get a little bit too wrapped up in the physicality and less on the release and the relax, which is what we're aiming for. So first, you're going to take your right hand and place it on your lower right abdomen. And deep inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Some of these hand positions are going to feel a little bit more impactful than others. Feel free to rewind to this part and revisit for as long as your body is feeling that resonation. A deep breath in and out with that hand on the lower right abdomen. Just clearing the 12 rings of the body in our field, our quantum field, toroidal field. This position is significant of hearing our inner and outer truth. Deep breath in and out. Take that hand and place it on top of your head. Deep breath in and out, bringing our field into the present. Deep breath in and out. Now, switching hands. Deep breath in and out. The switching of hands helps to balance both hemispheres of the brain. In and out. Now you can take your hands and make little cones out of your fingers, and we're going to cross touch on the back of the skull, like right here, where those neck muscles meet the skull. Deep breath in and out. Releasing any irritation, annoyance from our field. Deep breath in and out. Cross touch, bringing that top hand to the bottom. Breath in and out. Now bringing your hands in front of you, coning the fingers like so, steepling the fingers. I think that's a better descriptor. So lightly touching the fingertips, all the fingertips. Deep breath in and out, very soft breath. Trying to let the body relax into your seat, into the earth and the ground as possible. Deep breath in and out. Now, coning those fingers again. Oh, no. Don't want to get ahead of myself. We're cross-touching on the front of the shoulders here. We want to meet the points about, let's see, about right there on the forearms. So these work in accordance with some of the acupressure points also. Deep breath in and out. If you want to play around with these points, you can move around a little bit and see what feels best for you, where the points meet up, where your hands are touching. Everyone's a little different. Deep breath in and out, balancing the polarity in our field. bottom hand to top, switch across. Deep breath in and out. With your arms still crossed, reaching back to the back of the shoulders, back of the neck. Deep breath in and out, letting your arms hang heavy here. Releasing any anger from the field. This touches into the urinary bladder meridian. Deep breath in and out. And bottom hand to top, switching across. Deep breath in and out. Now with your arms still crossed, bringing them in front of you and coning your fingers again, touch in to the hairline or around about where that might be if you are receding a little bit or have shaved your head. Deep breath in and out. And this point helps us see the vibrant colors of life, removing the veils, helping our field with clarity, bringing clarity to our field. Switch cross, bottom hand to top. Deep breath in and out. Now bringing that cross touch down to the mid forehead. So like halfway in between your hairline and your eyebrows, around about. Like I said, you can feel around for these points if you feel unsure or just curious to explore. Deep breath in and out. This touch removes any negative thought patterns from our field, from our quantum field. Deep breath in and out. Switch across, bottom hand to top. Deep breath in and out. Now dropping that cross touch down to the belly button. So one hand on each side of the belly button, like that. Deep breath in and out. Feel free to make any sighs, verbal sighs, auditory exhales, releasing any energy from any of these points if you need to. This point is to release any, this is a deep one. This is to release any deep rage, disgust, and anger from the field. Deep breath in and out. Switch cross, bottom hand to top. Deep breath in and out, helping us digest any of those deep emotions that we need help with. Now bringing that cross touch up to the crown of the head. Deep breath in and out. This is So removing any imprints of trauma from our quantum field. Deep breath in and out. Switch across. Removing any of that unnecessary negative energy, energy that is ours, energy that is not ours, that can get stuck in our energetic field. Breath in and out. And dropping those hands to about the thymus. You can almost see mine in the camera here. From your clavicle, you can run your finger down your sternum, and there should be a point that is a little bit higher on the sternum, and right underneath of there is your thymus. Stimulating this point can help the body create nitric oxide, but right now we're gonna cone our fingers on both sides of that point. Deep breath in and out. Stimulating self-love, increasing self-love, loving that inner child. Deep breath in and out. And switch across, bottom hand to top. Deep breath in and out. That one always feels good. And now with your dominant hand, whatever hand you write with or are most dominant with, cone those fingers and press into the third eye space. Deep breath in and out. While holding this point, I would like you to dream. I want you to sit into a manifestory space where you bring into your field the life that you want. Picture it in your mind, every single detail. It can be a little thing, it could be a big thing, it could be more time at the beach. Picture that. Those waves, shining water, clear blue, green flags. It could be love, increasing love in your life. Ooh, let's touch into our gene key. So imagine what it looks like to be more tolerant in your life, or for people to be more tolerant with you. Think about and picture what it feels to be understood, and feel the feeling of what it feels like to mirror that to someone else. Whenever you can make someone else feel truly understood, help someone feel understood by listening, deep listening and reflection. And the city of this key is forgiveness, because you cannot reach forgiveness without complete and unfailing tolerance and understanding. You have to have those things to reach a forgiveness. It is a release. A release. A feeling of lightness. A feeling of complete love, unconditional love and acceptance. And in and out. In, two, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, listening for the breathing prompts on the track. Nice full deep breaths in and out, relaxing into the exhale. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in and out through the nose. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. Deep breath in, noticing any tension in the body, and exhaling, release that tension with intention. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 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 out, 2, 3, 4. Finding that rhythm in the music in your body. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. 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 In, beautiful, out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in and out. Breathing in that unconditional love and breathing out intolerance. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, love, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in and out. On your inhale, you can squeeze the pelvic floor muscles and release on the exhale. That's more advanced. In, squeeze, exhale, release. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, out, 2, 3, And nice deep breath, holding at the top. Another quick sip at the top. Holding completely. You can squeeze the eyes shut, squeeze some facial muscles closed a little bit, shoot that circulation up to the third eye space, up to the brain, cleansing the cerebral spinal fluid, charging that brain space. And whenever that feels complete, resting, exhaling, and resting into that exhale hold space. No breath, no me. We have plenty enough breath to last for minutes. Breathe when you need to, and then exhale back out until we're ready. Hold in that exhale space and incrementally relax from head to toe, relaxing fully, letting the body feel heavy, relaxing the eyes back, relaxing the jaw, the neck, throat and shoulders down and back, relaxing the chest, diaphragm, stomach, hips, legs, all the way down to the feet. Try to shift your internal gaze to the center and up to the third eye space. And pull up and out from there with your awareness and intention. Pull yourself up and out of the body and into the soul space, into the space of your higher self, your true self. Deep breath in whenever you feel complete and you can't hold any longer, holding at the top. Squeezing those pelvic floor muscles, sending that spiral of energy up the back of the spine. Feel it spiral all the way up the top of the head and down the front body. Connect the tongue to the palate and feel that energy slowly cascade down the yin channel, the feminine channel, back down to the root and back up the back, down the front, our microcosmic orbit. When that feels complete, you can rest and relax in your natural breath. Taking a moment to recognize any feelings and awarenesses that the practice so far has made known. Your body and mind. Just rest in this state of bliss and relaxation. relaxing that pelvic floor on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. In, squeeze, and that energy up. Exhale, release, relax. In and out, relax deeply. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In, feel the energy flow out. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In, nice deep, complete breaths. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, breathing from the bottom to the top, and exhaling from the top down. Open. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In and out, 2, 3, 4. In and nice and deep, holding at the top. Squeezing those eyes shut, squeezing those facial muscles. Give that nice, beautiful circulation to those very much overused eyes that we have, and sending that energy up to the third eye space, cleansing our brain space, relaxing and releasing into our exhale hold whenever that feels complete. Relaxing and releasing, holding comfortably at the bottom, trying to push past any boundaries that the mind has put there for us. Make sure that we really need to take the breath, listen to the body and mind. Don't do anything dangerous, but this is an exercise in awareness, taking control back from our mind. Helping the body be aware of what it's really capable of. The longer that you hold your breath, the more benefits that it has. So try in a nice, easy, relaxed state. hold your breath any longer, pushed it to the absolute max. Take a deep breath in, going through that microcosmic orbit, squeezing the pelvic floor muscles, sending the energy up the back of the spine, connecting the tongue to the palate, and letting it cascade down the front body, back to the root, to travel back up the spine, and down. Releasing and relaxing that inhale whenever you feel complete, resting into your normal breath. Taking a mindful moment to feel into your body, what it has experienced. Take a mindful moment for your higher self if there's anything that it has told you in this process. Letting the body still feel heavy, resting, weighted into the ground, feeling into that energy clearing and relaxation. Sinking into this beautiful vibration that you've created, that we've created around ourselves right now. Feel into its fullness, this feeling of aliveness that was created, that you created through this practice, through your breath, through your emotions, through your release of lower vibrational things, releasing things that were unneeded out of our quantum fields. This is your essential vibration. We can come back to the awareness of this feeling anytime you would like. The more that you are aware of what this feeling, what you feel like, the easier it is for you to come back whenever you need it, in times of stress, in times of unease. You can pick a mudra to do, some sort of physical anchoring with your hands and fingers to anchor this feeling in every time you do a meditation. That is essentially where mudras come from. You practice your mudra with intention of an idea or a feeling, and you do it every time, and next thing you know, you can do that mudra when you're not meditating, and it will help your brain and body come back to the feeling. If you're unfamiliar with mudras, one that I like to commonly do personally is what my hands usually end up doing in my lap is this. Just a cradling. That. Another anchor that sometimes people use in NLP is just rubbing one of their knuckles on their fingers like this. Different finger points. Hopefully I'm not rambling. I am. It's okay. So here we are, sitting in our essential vibrations, anchoring that into our minds, into our bodies, with the remembrance that I am not the body, I am not the emotions, I am not the thoughts, I am that, I am that, I am that I am. I am a divine being of love, light, and power. I am one with God, and I am one with all. We are all connected. We are all connected. Nice deep breath in and out. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing the awareness fully back into the body. Back in here. Give a little patting down the meridians. You can give a nice deep breath, stretch out to the sides, out to the top. That one feels better. Out to the top and sides and down. Help roll those shoulders, stretch that neck. Deep breath in and out. Thank you. If you would like to peace out at this point, I'm going to go into some chat about the I-Ching and Gene Key number 4. And if so, I will see you next time. Feel free to rewatch. Feel free to check out previous videos. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and my website. If you'd like to donate to my my business, my life, there is a link under memberships in my website, exaltedgrace.com/memberships. So let's get to it. I don't like to mince words, really. I like to be efficient with my time, which has been causing some issues lately. So this was a particularly difficult process for me to undergo for this fourth gene key. I couldn't really go about it in the same ways that I previously studied the first 3 gene keys, because this one was not unfamiliar to me. The 4th gene key is my life's purpose. It is my, is it your sun sign? Is your sun sign the life's purpose in your incarnation cross? Anyways, so yeah, I think I'm thinking of that right. Was the life purpose the last one? Okay, anyways, I'll look that up while I chat a little bit more about the 4th gene key. 4th gene key is the shadow of intolerance, the gift of understanding, and the city of forgiveness. Amazingly. There we go. So let's start with intolerance. I am very aware. Most everything used to irritate me, whether I would speak out loud about it or I would keep it to myself. I was generally annoyed with most things and people. My expectations and assumptions were very high. It is actually my life's work, not my purpose. My life's work. So this is something that I can embody, that I am meant to embody and show the world how to do. And it's something that I've been learning about. The 4th gene key, I started my gene key journey like 4 or 5 years ago. So this is something that I've thought about for like a long time, definitely integrated. So I think along with the fact that it is my life's work, that feels a little bit stressful for me to display to the world, but it's time. It's time, I guess. I knew this was going to happen. Obviously, I was going to go through my own sequences, my golden path, and have to talk about and display that. So, anyways, intolerance. It's pretty self-explanatory what intolerance is. I couldn't take notes on this like I did the last one, so I'm just gonna talk. It is from the codon ring, the ring of union, and in the I-Ching, this hexagram is called youthful folly. The shadow of this is a very emotional response to world and life and people and communications. To be intolerant means that you had an absolute way that you thought things were supposed to be done or said or handled or go. And if you haven't figured this out yet, I'm sorry, but I feel like once you get to be like an adult, you should absolutely understand that to assume anything of anyone or anything or any situation, or to have any kind of expectations is just crazy. You just can't do it. You can't really know or judge what anybody is going to do. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they've been through. The only way to really know is to try and understand them, to ask. One of the things that we can help us to get out of a mindset of intolerance is to try to understand why somebody would do something. But that means that you have to put yourself in someone else's shoes. And that in itself is completely impossible for some people. So don't expect everybody to be tolerant. You have to accept, I know that you know in your life, at least one person that is completely incapable of seeing things from another person's perspective, or taking on any other perspective other than their own, other than the one that they have taken on. I know a few. So we get out of that shadow of intolerance by understanding, by putting ourselves in other people's shoes. And there's like a million different reasons why people do all the things that they do. Sometimes it's because they're damaged. Sometimes it's because they're just naive or ignorant. Sometimes it's just a complete and utter mistake. There are so many factors in this world that we have no control over. There is pretty much no reason to have attachment to any outcomes of anything. Just be glad whenever it does turn out how you wanted it to. Extra gratitude. Understanding. I remember I used to have the worst road rage ever. I was one of those people, after I got my driver's license, it probably lasted until there was a point whenever I was driving to college, to PTI, Pittsburgh Technical Institute, for my graphic design college. And I would just drive as fast as I could. I was one of those people that were like tailgating, trying to get you to move out of my way so I could drive faster, generally because I was also late, because I have a poor sense of time constructs, which apparently has something to do with like a style of dyslexia, but we won't talk about that. I remember driving to college, and I literally, like, in the left lane, I had to exit, but I was trying to pass these cars at the speed that I was going, and I was trying to pass these cars at the speed I was going. And I had to literally cut off this minivan to make the exit. And at that point, I was like, what the F are you doing? Like, you could have seriously hurt someone. You are not in that big of a hurry. So now whenever I see people driving unsafely, I pray for them, And I try to consider that maybe they're late somewhere. Maybe they are in emergency. Maybe they are having a bad day. Maybe they just got yelled at. Maybe they just had a family member die. Maybe they just got broken up with. Maybe, who knows? There are many things that can affect people's moods on the road and how they drive. But being now that I am aware of that, I am far less reactive and far more understanding in that road rage space, in that space of driving and understanding that we're all trying to get someplace. And there are so many times where you will see people weaving in and out of traffic, trying to go as fast as possible, driving unsafely, and then you make your exit, you're at the red light, trying to get off the exit, and there's that person sitting there that was in such a hurry to be exactly where you were when you're driving safe. So, understanding, and that leads into forgiveness. Whenever you can have complete, open understanding, limitless understanding for the way that people act, for the things that they say, and you can have complete understanding and detachment from emotionally from how you're affected by those things, you can still give them unconditional love and forgive them for the things that they have done to hurt you. Generally, people aren't trying to hurt you. Hurt people sometimes in like a spiteful way because they feel bad inside. And you should also feel bad for them because the spiteful people are in the most pain. So pray for them extra. Forgiveness is not to say that people should have free rein to act however they want and treat you however they want without being respectfully talked with about. If someone is doing something to you that is harmful, that makes you unhappy, there are ways that you can talk to them in non-violent ways and still have forgiveness for them. And there's also, that point we come to when if someone refuses to show us respect and courtesy by continuing to do the things to us that hurt us, we are completely allowed to step away from those situations and people and experiences without even a word, really. Like, if we've tried to tell somebody something for so long and they're not listening and not understanding, you have my full permission to ghost. That's my opinion. Some people just aren't going to get it, ever. So going back and forth with them in an emotional, dramatic spiral is only hurting you and them, really. So, yes, forgiveness, it does not mean condoning behavior. It is forgiving the person and the action and moving on with your life, moving on from carrying the burden and the weight of any kind of emotional pressure that, those things put on us when we continue to carry them for us, carry them for other people. If you want to, if you want to learn how to very effectively communicate with someone in a nonviolent way, asking for their respect if they are not showing you respect and courtesy, I highly recommend the book Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenthal. It gives a really easy construct of how to approach people and their actions, and try to keep them from getting defensive so that they stop listening whenever you're trying to have these conversations. And then you can end in understanding and forgiveness, hopefully. So let's read the fourth I-Ching, Youthful Folly. The Fountainless. The Tao is like the emptiness of a vessel, and in our employment of it, we must be on our guard against all fullness. How deep and unfathomable it is, as if it were the honored ancestor of all things. We should blunt our sharp points and unravel the complications of things. We should temper our brightness and bring ourselves into agreement with the obscurity of others. How pure and still the Tao is, as if it would ever so continue. I do not know whose son it is. It might appear to have been before God. It's a beautiful weaving of words and ideas, talking about the fullness and emptiness. I feel like that speaks to the expectations and assumptions that our minds might hold. And then it speaks to blunting our sharp points. I feel like that is the speaking of tolerance, unraveling the complication of things. Intolerance, understanding. Tolerance and understanding. Bring ourselves into agreement with the obscurity of others. Understanding. Pure understanding and forgiveness of people. And that was from I-Ching, translated by James Legge, Legge. Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. You can find all those links. I believe I linked them in my description. To check out more Gene Keys stuff, you can do your own activation sequences and find out what your life's work might be reflective of. Sorry, I get lost in space quite often. Trying to think if there's anything else. Thank you for joining me on this Soma Breathwork practice. My tracks are all mastered by the guys over at Soma Breath. I'm a Soma Breath meditation facilitator. The beginning track was from Londrell from his new album Self Heal. Check it out, it's great. And the Mind Gems. We did the 12 rings, 12 rings, quantum field clearing at the beginning. That's also a weird and very interesting body of work that I do. It is resonant of neuro-emotional therapy, where you use muscle testing and the body's different toroidal axes and points to do energy work and find trauma and issues that are stuck in our quantum fields that we can help desensitize emotionally and help the body and mind reprogram and release. If you have any questions about any of these things, please let me know in the comments. If you would like to hear me talk in extent about any other kinds of things, please let me know in the comments. If you would just like to leave me a comment, leave me a comment. I'm gonna get going now because I'm feeling extra rambly. It's been an interesting energy this beginning of the year, first meditation of the year. And we're on another wild ride, 2023. Have fun. Be safe. I love you.